Today I have for you a very grungy art journal page, and I have to admit I'm a little worried because I think I'm going crazy. So after this beautiful, a little bit worrisome introduction, at least worrisome for me, I wanted to welcome you to my channel. I am Asia Marquet, Lemon Creation, and I'm gonna create art journal page for you today. I'm gonna be using Infusions, two colors, Blackcurrant and Black Knight. Infusions are PaperArtsy pigmented powders with the walnut stain, which means that you can use them with water. They are water soluble, and for those of you who don't know them, there is a difference between them and Brusho or Lindy's Magicals because they have the walnut stain. So if you add a lot of water to them onto the paper, when they are already sprinkled, you will get this kind of walnutty color. So the intensity of this color depends on how much water do you add. But what I'm doing right now, I'm putting them on my plastic palette, and I am mixing them with water, but I don't use too much water. Simply because I'm gonna be stamping with them. So if you want to stamp with powders, the best way is not to dilute them completely, so like that they are not very leaky, I would say, or very liquid, maybe not leaky but liquid. And so like that you can just put the stamp or drop the stamp into the powders and just stamp it on the page. But you cannot do a good quality images with this stamping, or at least not always, and not with very tiny intricate stamps. It's more just the general feel of the stamp you're gonna get on the page. So that's what's happened or what's happening here. I used one of my newest stamp, Too Hard to Read, which you can see obviously is almost impossible to read, but that's what I like. If you know me, you know that I am all about the grunge. And grunge is really cool also for people who start and they don't have a precision in stamping or in doing things. It's a really good way to start to just get the idea of how the products works and all of that. Theoretically, I know how the products works, and I am not a beginner with stamping, but I really love doing that. But as you can see, not even even though I am not a beginner, I have hands completely dirty with the infusions. That always almost happens because I'm working a lot of with I'm going very much with the flow, I think I would say. So I don't pay attention to my hands being dirty or things just lying on the desk when I'm working. I have a mess on my desk, and then later I need to clean it because otherwise I cannot do any more projects or I cannot be creative. I hate mess in general, but while doing something I am kind of messy. And now I'm using the second color and another one of my stamps, and this is the very first time I use this stamp. It's called Funky Texture. You're gonna get a link to my shop in the description box or in the pinned comment, so I would be very happy if you can visit my shop. And because I stamp it for the very first time, and once again it's kind of like a negative stamp because the almost whole area is dark but the circles inside are are white. I decided I decided to actually use also ink with it to get a little bit of this stamp image on the page, because with this Blackcurrant it just didn't work as well as I would like it to work. And just not to throw the rests, I am making some, or I'm gonna be making, not in this video, but I'm gonna be making some ATC cards. And you've seen how beautiful this Blackcurrant color is. It's one of my favorite by far. And so right now, I don't know why I decided to go for a totally different color. And I am wondering, what do you think about it? Should I add this color or not? I am trying to experiment a little bit with colors because I've noticed that I'm always using the same palette and always the colors which goes really nice together. So it's very obvious, like red and black, or I don't know, blue and gray, for example, or whichever, like the colors which really goes nice together. But I'm very, it's very difficult for me to experiment with other colors because I'm always afraid I'm gonna make a matte out of my page. So today I decided to just add some peps to the page with this beautiful turquoise. This is actually 49 and Marquet Spectrum Sherbet collection. I used this one with the small kind of like swatches, and it's super cool actually because you don't need to use the whole squares, or not squares, rectangles. You can actually with this small transfer tool, you can actually add just the small tiny pieces of the colors from this. And that's the bigger version of the Spectrum Sherbet collection also. And here is the critical moment. I actually just sat down there for a minute and thought to myself, what is going on? Am I really going crazy? Because I don't know what's happened here with me. This is the first time I'm using one of my also new stamp set, which is called Wilted Flowers, and it was actually advised to me by Natalie. Big hugs to you, Natalie. You are so cool. She's making such a beautiful, beautiful art. Also with my products, but not only. I'm gonna try to give you a link to her Instagram page, and look at that, guys. I mean, I'm a little ashamed, but I said to myself that just, you know, for a laugh, I'm gonna show you what I've done. I mean, I've been stamping for like almost 10 years. Yes, 10 years. And this is what happened, and it's the very first time in my life that I did that. And I actually, when I put the ink onto the stamp, I said, they produce my stamp badly. My stamp does not work. So I don't really know what's happening. I put them upside down, like so silly. I really, there were a few seconds when I was just sitting and thinking, my goodness, I'm selling bad stamps. They are not working. Something is very bad with it, with them. It's actually, it seems maybe something is really bad with me. But I guess we all have moments like that. Completely crazy moments of madness, and so I decided to leave it. I didn't edit it because, well, it's funny, and yes, maybe some of them will think that I am going completely crazy, I'm insane, and I should not show my mistake like that. Very silly one, but I don't mind. I am getting a thick skin if it comes to some of the comments. I'm not getting too many bad comments, but when I get them, well, I just read them and usually laugh. But bad comments happen so rarely. You are usually so cool and so nice with me, and I appreciate that so very much. So thank you for that. So because I'm stamping the very first time with this stamp, I decided to use the stamping platform. Like that, I'm sure that the stamping image will be perfect. And I'm stamping it on the mixed media paper. So I choose the paper which is really white, because some of the mixed media paper, they have this kind of yellowish tint. So I prefer to do it like that on white paper. And as you can see, I am not washing my stamps. I like to keep the ink, the permanent black ink on my stamps, because like that, they are stamping better for the second or third time, because at the very beginning the stamps are sticky. So to just get rid of the stickiness, this is one of the way to do it. And I was asked, I think by Patsy, I think if I'm not mistaken, hello Patsy, how do I cut my images? How do I do the fast cutting? I use the Tim Holtz scissors. I have two type of scissors and I absolutely love them. The small one are for cutting the images, I know they exist for the right-handed and left-handed. I'm right-handed, so I use these ones. The long ones are perfect for cutting the sentiments or just long lines. They are just perfect because they get you keep the straight line. And the whole idea is to not to turn the scissors, to turn more the paper. It's not always possible. I sometimes turn the scissors, but in general, I try to turn the paper just to accommodate the scissors. And they are serrated, so they are very good. They have a good grip and they cut really well. If they are small tiny details, I may use very tiny scissors, like, you know, just regular even scissors for the nails, but usually with those small ones I am happy. And if I see some imperfections, sorry for the ekran, which is not very clear here, but if I see some imperfections, I take the brush pen and I just cover them, the white lines, you know, the outlines, I cover them with this brush pen. And if I cut, for example, my digifiles and there is a lot of hair, like, you know, single lines like that, I cut them out, like I cut them completely, and then I just draw them onto the, when they are already glued onto the paper. If it's needed, because sometimes it's not needed, so you have to help yourself with that. But fussy cutting, I'm not big expert on it. I don't really like it, and you know, it takes time to actually get used to it. But those are really, really great scissors. I have them for years and I'm really, really happy with them. So I glue the flowers to the page, and I decided to use Emboss Zig pen. I am not big fan of it. I said it already. It has chisel tips on both sides and I have impression that there is no ink coming out. I am feeling like it's just super dry, and that's the second time I have this pen. I had it years ago. I forgot about it, and I mean, I throw it because it didn't work at some point, and then I bought Embossed from Ranger. I really like this one. And this time I couldn't find it, so I bought this one again. And when I get it, I just remembered that I used to have it and I was not happy with it. But it actually kind of worked. Here I wanted to add some texture to the middle of the flowers, and just to finish the page I'm using my sentiments. I think they are coming from really silly words, or it could be super messy. I'm not sure, guys. I have them actually mixed a little bit, and the word was too big, like yes, the sentiment was too big, so I'm cutting it a little bit, and that's it. Very, very grungy page, a little bit messy, the way I like it. And I like also this greenish turquoise, more, or teal accents. I'm wondering what you think about it. Thank you so very much for watching. I very much appreciate all your comments, and if you didn't subscribe to my channel, it will give me such a pleasure if you do. The YouTube algorithm is really hard. So every comment, every subscription matters so much, every like. Thank you so much for visiting my shop if you feel like it, and I'm sending you big, 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 big hugs, and see you soon in my next, I hope, less crazy video. Bye bye.